40.6. So it's our last Speed Plus lesson in the 40s, so that's always good, right? I like the briefs in 40.6 and I'm using all of them. I am having a hard time though with develop and local. For some reason those two just aren't really coming to me, but I'm determined to make them work because they're words that I think are going to be really common. I know when I did this blog back in 40.1, or 40.2, I'd said initially that for me to put a brief on my brief list, it was going to have to be a word that was for me instinctual. But now that I've done a few of these lessons, I'm finding I kind of want to be a bit brief crazy. I love the feeling of when I hear the word individual. I mean, individual, that's like that's potentially a 4-stroke word, right? But, you know, I know the brief for it, and when I'm doing dictations and I hear long words and I can stroke it in only 1 stroke, I know personally I really like that. I mean, I know there's people that are not going to use briefs and write everything out, and that's, you know, everyone has their own way of doing things, but, you know, now that we're at the end of the 40s with Speed Plus, that's sort of going forward. I figure if they're giving us these briefs at the beginning of the lessons, they're sort of using their wisdom and saying, okay, these are words that you're going to hear a lot, so you know you should really know how to do it as a brief if you want to. So that's my mentality. And I also like how we've learned all the briefs for be, like would be, you be, he be, she be, might be. Again, that's all very common usage, so I think that that's really helpful. I haven't done a lot. I haven't really spent a lot of time listening to dictations on stenograph, and I know that we're all at the end of the 40s here. And one thing also that I did notice at the end of this lesson is up until 40.6, pretty much all of the dictations were between like 40 and 50 words a minute. But if you notice, the dictations in this lesson don't even go to at 40, they start at 50 and 60. And when I was first doing them, I was like, oh, you know, it's so hard. But I kept doing it, and it wasn't that hard. So, you know, obviously I'm thinking about, okay, well, you know, I have my 60 word per minute speed test. That's going to be the first one that I have to pass. So what I did was I did some of the dictations on the stenograph website, just at 40 words, and you know, you do it and then you correct your errors, and then if you get 95% accuracy, then you basically passed. And I did several of them at 40 and I passed them all. So I thought, oh hey, great, why don't I try 50? And I did those and I was passing those. So I was like, okay, well, you know what, I'm going to be really cocky now and try the ones at 60. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I made a ton of mistakes, but, you know, I'm sort of at the point now with my stenoing that I can sort of, okay, if I make a mistake, I can go and look at it and sort of, you know, figure out what I was trying to say. So I'm going to be writing my first speed test this Sunday. So I'm kind of nervous, but at the same time, I think it's a good feeling too, because, you know, I've been in this program for almost a year now, and you know, it's a good sign of progress that I'm doing this. So I would encourage you, you know, if you're at the end of the 40s now, you're probably at a similar stage where, you know, like I would just suggest you not be afraid to go onto the stenograph site and try some of the, you know, dictations at 50 and 60 words a minute and see how you do, you know, after you write it and then you have the time to clean it up, and then see how your accuracy is, and, you know, you might very well surprise yourself. So I will see you in Speed Plus 50.1.